we're having this issue, could you describe what a scam means in the context of cryptocurrency and blockchain?
Good day, our viewers and listeners. A crypto scam is any deceptive scheme that exploits cryptocurrency users, investors, or businesses, often for financial gains. And then these scams can take many forms. One, from phishing attacks, Ponzi schemes, fake investment platforms, and sometimes malicious hacking. This exploits the decentralized system. Why? Because, you know, when we talk about decentralization, it means there's a lot of, it's an anonymous platform. You can't see, meet or see the person. So they seize the opportunity of the decentralized nature of the platform that is anonymous to scam people. Thank you.
All right. Now, what are the most common cryptocurrency scams witnessed today? To describe each of them, you've mentioned them earlier. You mentioned something like phishing and the rest of them. So what are they? And our viewers, especially newbies, would like to understand each and every one of them.
Yeah. Some examples of cryptocurrency scams. I've mentioned a few, like phishing. You know, when we talk about phishing scams, you know, you get an email or in your, you may be sent an email and with a website. And once you click on it, these are unsolicited messages that we get. Sometimes these cyber criminals create fake websites or send fraudulent emails to trick users into revealing their private keys or wallet credentials. That is why we tell people as much as possible not to click on unsolicited messages that are sent to them. And basically, that's it about phishing. Then, like I said earlier, we have what we call Ponzi schemes or pyramid schemes. These schemes, these scammers tend to, you know, offer, you know, high returns to, or a specific amount of returns. Maybe when you invest, you get 2% or 10% daily or monthly, like that. And they require you to introduce others into the scheme. You discover that those that come in early are the ones that get paid, whereas those that you bring that come in to join as referrals end up not getting paid. Why? Because the system cannot sustain itself. What it normally does is to rob Peter and pay Paul. So it collapses once recruiting, you know, diminishes. Why? Because those coming at the bottom are not really seeing results. So they fail to, you know, invite others. So these are some of the scams that we see around. Thank you.
All right. How do Ponzi schemes, as you called it, disguise themselves as crypto investments? I really don't understand the last example, the Ponzi scheme. How do they disguise themselves?
These are schemes, pyramid schemes that come as investment platforms. What they normally do is that they, the platform now, the project now tells you or informs you that when you invest, you know, there's a particular percentage that you get, maybe 2% daily or monthly, as the case may be. But then what they do is that they require you to introduce people into the scheme and get what we call referral bonuses.
All right.
That will increase your own, profit in the project. So once, what normally happens is those at the top, that's why sometimes we call it a pyramid scheme. Those at the top get paid good returns. But as the scheme broadens, you understand, and recruitments are made, those below that are being recruited newly will not see result as those that came early in the system. They will get that profit that others at the top of the system are getting. And humanly speaking, when you are introduced into a project and you come on board at the tail end, you'll discover that you don't have results to show people you are going to recruit as well. And with time, this recruitment slows down. Why? Because you are not getting good returns as those that are above you that introduce the system into you. And once the recruitment dwindles down, you discover that those at the bottom don't get paid or don't earn what those at the top earn. Thank you. I hope I'm clear.
All right, very, very clear now. I believe there are other ways in which scammers operate. For example, people have talked about the giveaway, giving cryptocurrencies as gifts to people. So is that also a form of scam in crypto world?
Yes, it's a form of scam. There are some it's a form of scam. For example, I wish I could navigate to show you my X account, X handle. You discover that once there are some accounts that you follow or they pitch you, you understand. They now tell you there's a giveaway that they are doing purposely for you to invest or to even click on those sites, which are what we call, like I said earlier, phishing sites. Once you click on them, you didn't solicit for these giveaways and they are giving you a giveaway. So you have to be very careful. One, they may be out there to, source your data or to source your data. And so that is why we always tell people to not to click on unsolicited messages, whether on their phones, in their emails, on any of their social media accounts. Because these are, when they say giveaway and you didn't solicit for that giveaway, why even click? Because they end up, getting hold of your data, and which may compromise your apps, your accounts, your email accounts, and your social media accounts. Thank you.
All right. Now, what is the safest way to verify a crypto giveaway then? Is it just not to click on unsolicited messages, or is there a way to verify that a particular giveaway is genuine?
Well, I think there are other ways to check if these giveaways are genuine. One, you have to check the URL of the website, and there must be a website, and the URL of that website must be genuine. Sometimes you have https://2/. And for a fake one, you see HTTP without the S, a semicolon. And so if you're not careful enough to discover this, you'll discover that you may be prone to cyber attack. That's just it. So one has to ensure that the website that you are clicking is genuine by ensuring that the URL of that website is really official before you click on it. And sometimes you discover that when you click, when you check the website, some may have a green symbol, which tells you that it is a genuine website. But if it doesn't, and at times these days, you will see a red flag. And they may even warn you ahead that if you click or continue, you are liable to malware attack. So you have to be careful. Thank you.
Right, before we continue, I would like to let my audience know that if you have any question or contribution, you just raise your hand or drop your contribution or question in the comment section. I will see it and then bring it to the fore. Now let's go on, Madam Poloma. You know, in the cryptocurrency or blockchain world, we have common wallets, the Solana wallet and the rest of them. So in the context of today's discussion, they have fake wallets, or should I say fake exchanges?
Yeah, there are fake exchanges and fake wallets as well. Bottom line, we tell people is that whatever app or whatever wallet, whatever exchange that you want to come into contact with, like I said earlier, the URL plays a very crucial role. You have to check to ensure that the website of that exchange or that app is official. Official in the sense that, like I said earlier, that HTTPS has to be there with a semicolon and /2 forward slashes. But if that S is not there, it shows you that that website, certainly, because every project, most projects must have website where you have communication. Their social media handles are there. So it calls for concern that one has to check and verify what one is clicking or what app one is downloading, basically.
So are there other scams that we should learn as newbies or beginners in this venture, aside the ones you have mentioned? Yeah.
Yeah, aside the ones I've mentioned, we have what we call pig butchering scams. Pig, P-I-G, butchering scams. This is a type of cryptocurrency scam or investment scam where fraudsters groom their victims over time, gaining their trust before deceiving them into making a significant financial investment. It comes with what we call as if they are fattening the pig before the slaughter. They cultivate a relationship with you, you know, over time. Always on your DM, you know, trying to be friendly, you understand, trying to gain your confidence. And before they drop what they have already built, courted your relationship. They have entered your psyche, you understand? And before you know it, that relationship, they use that relationship that they have built over time to, you know, hit their victims. And then basically it ends up in financial loss. That's just it.
Is it possible? Okay, continue, please. Continue.
We equally have what we call fake initial coin offerings, ICOs. We have, you know, we have ICOs in the financial, in the centralized systems, the financial, the banks, they will raise ICOs and what have you. We equally have same in the decentralized cryptocurrency world as well. What they do is that they tell you there's a project that they have, but that they are trying to raise funds by, I mean, any investor that they allocate a certain percentage that they allocate to those that will buy up before the launch. You understand? Before it goes public, and They lure their victims. You pay money, they give you coins, yes. But by the time the coin is launched, they have already rug pulled people. They have collected people's money, and then the token may come out not as what you expected, not even as what you paid, but you've already paid for. And these are ways that, the space operates with scammers. And then we have what we call pump and dump. A developer will create a project, artificially inflate the price of that project to sell it at a profit. And then they will leave the investor with worthless tokens at hands and things like that. And then we equally will have what we call rug pull. They create a project and then what they do normally is that the creator or the developer will, use a bot to create different wallets, like maybe 20 wallets or so, and then buy up as if it is individuals that are doing those purchases. Immediately, the public starts purchasing. The developer will now start selling each of the wallets. It's rug pull. Because at the end of the day, you'll discover that you went in and somebody is dumping on you, not knowing that it is that very developer that is doing that. But there's a way that you can counter that for you to ensure that it will entail us maybe having a practical session sometime for us to see how this works out. Because that is why we have time stamp. When that project, when those wallets buy the project that is at hand, when they invest, the timing determines, is one of the ways that you'll find out whether there's the developer is playing funny. You'll discover that it is the exact time that all these 20 wallets made their investments. So it's out there. So rug pulls are equally there. And then we have malware attacks. These malware attacks are installed on a victim's device. They can steal your wallet. That is why we say anytime you see an unsolicited message, don't click. Why? Because you didn't solicit for that message. So they can use it as a form of, attack to steal people's information. You are at risk of that malware attack to steal your passwords, to steal your seed phrase and the likes. So one has to be very, very careful. And I earlier on mentioned about websites. There are fraudulent imposter websites. They try to replicate an existing genuine website. So that is why one has to be careful. Like I mentioned, the HTTPS and the HTTP. So one has to determine, with more knowledge, you now determine which is genuine, official, and which is a fake one that has been replicated just to scam people. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, because this topic is very, very important, because some people in this venture have been scammed, while others who have not keyed into it are, thinking twice to do so because of what you've just mentioned, a lot of ways in which one could be scammed. Now, I would like to ask this question. Some people are asking, one of the ways of identifying a genuine project is to know the capacity of the community backing that project. So, but let me ask you, is it also possible, can the opposite be the case? One of the ways of identifying also, a scam project is that even though it has a large community, it could be fake. Is it possible?
Well, as to my knowledge, yes. But then it's you can easily identify now if a community is fake. Because a fake community may not likely have communications always and from different parts of the world. You understand?
All right.
And then, yeah, it's difficult because communities are built over time and from across, because this is a decentralized system. So from across the length and breadth of the world, if there's a community that is fake, I think it will easily be identified via, maybe you will see the handles of those that are in the community. You can verify that. More so now that we are AI compliant, it's very easy. You can go to Grok and even drop a website, and Grok will quickly tell you this website is fake. That's the power of artificial intelligence today.
Intelligence. Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
And I would have loved Mr. Moses, our AI prof, to speak more of that since you just mentioned AI. But let's hear from Mr. Paul Elumba. Do you have any contribution or a question, sir? The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much. Paul Elumba is my name. I want to contribute to that question on whether there could be fake
community.
Fake community. Yeah, actually, there could be a fake community. You know, sometimes people will actually create a token, launch it with an intention to scam. So what some of them usually do is they find they create a Telegram group for people to join. Then they will pay some people to add fake members to that Telegram group. You come to the Telegram group, you may be seeing about 20,000 persons. That there are 20,000 participants. But then, for you to find out whether it is real or not, ask a question. Try to interact. If those so-called 20,000 are not communicating, then that means they are fake members. The number is just there, but they are not interacting. So those numbers you see there are all fake. They are not real. They are not real. They are fake community. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's quite revealing and insightful. Mr. Lombard, thank you very much. Now, Madam Paloma, what are because everything has a consequence, especially negative things. What are the consequences of being scammed? Somebody who has invested a lot of money or a lot of other digital assets into one project or another, and then the person becomes scammed along the process. What are the consequences?
One of the consequences is that obviously the person will have emotional imbalance. Secondly, if it is a project that you have invited people, or what we call referrals, you lose integrity. You lose the trust of those that you have brought over, because they will never ever trust you again. Why? Because you brought them into a system and they have lost. It can be telling. I heard of a project where a community leader that had a community brought them into a project, and at the end of the day, the project, they were scammed or pulled. And honestly, that person is not finding it easy, because there are some that will let go based on the trust and the confidence they have in you, and you made promises in as much as, yes, you are not the developer of this project too. You didn't give them a caveat that's invest what you can afford to lose. You didn't show them that you are not their financial advisor, that they should equally make their due diligence, do their own research before they join. You quickly wanted them to just come on board and what have you. that community leader, as I'm telling you today, is still paying back. Why? Because there was no caveat. He gave them absolute confidence that that investment was going to work. And so some that cannot forgo their funds are on her neck, and she's paying back. So, and that is why at any given point in time, when we recommend projects, we always tell people, invest what you can afford to lose. And then before you join, make sure you do your own due diligence. And that is what Dama Academy has come to offer knowledge so that people will not fall victims of these scams, so that they'll be able to identify good projects that at least, and then at the same time, you know, investment sometimes requires patience as well. So I don't know, the way our society is today, people just jump in because they said there's profit, there's money out there, without doing the due diligence, which is very, very key, very, very important. Thank you.
Right. We are still expecting some questions. We are rounding off the program. We have heard so much from our expert guest, Madam Shifra Poloma, aka Digital Mama. She has spoken a lot about the scams. She spoke about the pig bull. I mean, a lot of them, Ponzi schemes, push and pull and all that. So I believe that there are still many more out there, but it is left for you, because one of the ways in which you watching me, can run away from this scam, or you know, avert this scam, is by keying into programs like this, and also having to contact expert guests, those who know. We have those who know, and they are situated at the Digital Asset Access Management Academy in Abuja. If you go there, you have some of the best expert guests in crypto world you can think of, you can imagine. So I urge you viewers to key into this project. If you want more of this, we have had enough. We have had so many in the past, but we're going to be bringing you new topics every week. All right. So I think in the absence of any question or contribution, we have to call it a day. We have to say thank you, a very big thank you to our guest, Mrs. Shifra Poloma, aka Digital Mama. Your colleague was not here today because I also love the way he speaks. Whenever he's speaking, it's like he's the creator, he's the inventor of the terminology blockchain or cryptocurrency, whenever he speaks. So, but we believe we'll have him again next week in our next program. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ma.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me today.
And to you viewers, if you love this program, we always ask you to do not hesitate to hit the like button, make your comments on our YouTube channel, DBM TV News, and then wait for us again next week for another exciting edition of Blockchain World. My name is Tochku Raphael, reaching you from Diaspora Digital Media. See you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.